Get ready for the biggest headlines in college sports right now. First up, we are celebrating excellence as Armstrong and Johnson have officially earned top honors from the LSWA, proving once again that they are forces to be reckoned with on the field and in the record books. It is a massive achievement that highlights the level of talent we are seeing this season.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next, the professional basketball world is watching Florida center Rueben Chinyelu very closely today. He has officially decided to test the NBA draft waters while keeping his college eligibility intact, a major move that has the Gators' fan base holding their breath. Will he join his teammates back in Gainesville for another title run, or is he headed to the pros? Meanwhile, the story in Gainesville keeps getting better as Florida forward Thomas Haugh has shocked everyone by revealing he is returning for his senior season. Haugh admitted that the sting of an early NCAA tournament exit served as the ultimate motivation to come back and finish what he started, and he is now a major frontrunner for National Player of the Year. Finally, we are looking at the bright future of Michigan basketball and asking if Trey McKenney is destined to mirror the legendary career path of Trey Burke. With a massive sophomore season looming and high expectations for his development under Dusty May, all eyes are on whether he can become the program's next true superstar. If you want to keep up with every major update in college sports, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Ever wonder what it takes to rise above the rest of the pack in college athletics? Well, the Louisiana Sports Writers Association has just handed down their verdict, and it is a massive day for McNeese State. Armstrong and Johnson have officially taken home top honors, cementing their status as some of the most dominant forces in their sport. It is not just about the stats on the page. It is about the grit and the relentless pursuit of excellence that put them in a league of their own. Seeing athletes perform at this caliber is a reminder of why we watch. It is pure talent meeting preparation. But what do you think? Does this recognition solidify them as the ones to beat for the rest of the season? Let me know your take in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button to keep up with every big move in college sports. And remember, greatness is not given, it is earned. What does a reigning defensive powerhouse do when the siren song of the NBA starts calling? For Florida center Rueben Chinyelu, the answer is to test the waters without burning his bridges. Chinyelu just announced he is officially entering the NBA draft, but here is the kicker. He is keeping his college eligibility intact, leaving the door wide open for a return to Gainesville. This is a classic keep your options open move, and honestly, it is a smart one. After a season where he made history as the first Florida player in half a century to average a double-double, the scouts are definitely watching. At 6'10" and 265 pounds, he brings a level of raw, punishing physicality that is hard to teach. Being named Defensive Player of the Year by the SEC and the Naismith Awards isn't just a trophy. It is a statement. Yet, we have to talk about that sour exit in the NCAA tournament against Iowa, where Chinyelu struggled to make an impact. That game is a massive motivation for him to either prove he is ready for the pros or come back for one more run to avenge that loss. The upcoming NBA Combine in Chicago is the real litmus test here. ESPN has him sitting at number 57 on their big board, which is a bubble spot that makes this decision so much tougher. Meanwhile, Coach Todd Golden is busy trying to put the band back together, already locking in 7 players and hoping to retain the talents of Thomas Haugh alongside Chinyelu. If they stick around, the Gators could easily boast the most intimidating frontcourt in the nation. So, what is the play? Does he bet on his current stock, or does he chase a ring? Let us know in the comments if you think Chinyelu should turn pro or head back to school to develop his game further. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more college hoops updates. And remember, in the world of basketball, the biggest risk is often leaving your potential on the bench. Have you ever wondered what it actually takes to walk away from a guaranteed NBA paycheck? Most people would sprint toward the draft the second their name popped up on a mock board, but Florida forward Thomas Haugh just did the unthinkable. Despite being a lock for the 2026 lottery, he is heading back to Gainesville for his senior season. Now, sure, NIL money is a massive part of this conversation, and he is set to make a small fortune. But Haugh claims the real motivator wasn't the bank account. It was the sting of unfinished business. Picture this. Florida rolls into the NCAA tournament on a heater, winning 12 of their last 13 games. They were the 1 seed, the favorites, the team everyone expected to see cutting down the nets. Then, disaster. A heartbreaking 73-72 loss to Ben McCollum's Hawkeyes ended their dream in the second round. Haugh put up 19 points, but he wasn't happy about it. He was brutally honest afterward, admitting he felt out of it during the first half and blaming himself for not doing enough to help his squad win. For a guy with pro aspirations, that kind of accountability is rare. Coach Todd Golden is leaning into this narrative hard, pointing out that Haugh's marketability at Florida is actually 10 to 20 times what he would be making as a rookie in the league. It is a fascinating shift in the landscape of college sports. Loyalty isn't just a virtue anymore. It is a premium financial asset. By staying, Haugh isn't just chasing a National Player of the Year trophy. He is actively building a legacy that will follow him long after his college days end. With Alex Condon also returning and Rueben Chinyelu testing the waters, the Gators are reloading for a serious run at redemption. So, what do you think? Is Haugh making the right call by choosing legacy over the NBA jump, or is the risk of an injury simply too high? Drop a comment below and let us know your take on this massive decision. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the biggest stories in college basketball. At the end of the day, some things are worth more than a draft position, and it looks like Thomas Haugh is betting everything on one final ride. History doesn't always repeat itself, but in the world of Michigan basketball, it sure does have a funny way of rhyming. 14 years ago, an undersized point guard from Columbus changed the trajectory of the Wolverines forever. Today, another guard named Trey is looking to do the exact same thing. We are talking about the potential for a massive sophomore leap, and if you have been paying attention to Trey McKenney, the parallels to the legendary Trey Burke are becoming impossible to ignore. Let's break down why this kid from Flint might be the next face of Michigan basketball. First, let's look at the foundation. Back in 2012, Trey Burke burst onto the scene with a freshman campaign that screamed future greatness, averaging nearly 15 points and 5 assists. He wasn't just good, he was clutch. He was the guy you wanted with the ball when the clock was winding down. Fast forward to 2025, and Trey McKenney is checking those same boxes, averaging 10 points off the bench while locking down opponents on the perimeter. That's not just solid play, that's elite versatility. Here is where the story gets really interesting. Both players face the ultimate fork in the road after their freshman year: enter the NBA draft or return to Ann Arbor to chase greatness. Both chose to come back. We know how the Burke story ended: a jersey in the rafters and a National Player of the Year trophy. Now, the pressure and the opportunity shift to McKenney. While Burke entered his sophomore year already established as the primary floor general, McKenney is being asked to elevate from a high-impact bench piece to a full-time lead guard. It is a tall order, but he has the tools. We saw his nerves of steel when he hit that game-winning layup against Nebraska, and when he buried clutch triples on the biggest stage of the national championship. The kid doesn't just play in big moments, he hunts them. The bully ball style he brings, combined with a mid-range game that is frankly too advanced for his age, gives Dusty May a weapon that is incredibly hard to scheme against. He doesn't just finish around the rim, he goes through contact. That is the mark of a guard who isn't afraid to mix it up. Does he have to be the next National Player of the Year to make this season a success? Absolutely not, but the path is clearly marked. Michigan has been hunting for its next transcendent guard for over a decade. The talent is there, the grit is there, and the decision to return to school shows the right mindset. Is Trey McKenney the answer to that long-standing question? Only time will tell, but right now, he is the most promising lead we have had in a very long time. If you think McKenney is ready to take that leap, smash that like button and let me know in the comments if you believe he can lead the Wolverines to another Final Four. Remember, the best players don't just wait for their moment, they create it. Until next time, keep your eyes on the court.